hump day, everybody. Amazing, amazing. So, guys, we are online business owner, and today we have amazing, amazing guest that we want to share her inspired journey with you. My name is PB. This is my husband, Charles. I am a registered nurse for 15 years. Working, taking care of patients, but I work so much and I have no family time. But thanks to this business, I started 2.5 years ago. I am now boss free, retired nurse at age 45 and earn more from home. So, Karen, say hello, sis.
Hi, everybody. My name is Karen, and I am currently living in Vancouver, Canada. And prior to joining this business, I used to own and operate a small dental lab out of my home. And I've been doing this online business for over 7 years, and it has completely changed my life. Thanks to this business, I was able to shut down my lab. So this is our only source of income, but it only gave us, not enough, but beyond what we asked for, that allowed us to travel with no stress or burden on time or finances.
Amazing. Congratulations. And thank you so much, sis Jodi. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for saying yes to us. Can you say hello to our audience?
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm so happy to be here and I can't wait to share my story with everyone. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Job, let's go straight to the first question because people want to know.
Yeah, let's go straight to it. So, Jodi, appreciate you being on here with us. We're excited to hear about your journey. So, let's start off by telling us how you found this opportunity and how skeptical were you?
Well, first of all, let me just say again, I'm happy to be here with my fellow business partners. And how did I find this business? So, through my mom, she was busy scrolling on YouTube. And, she's very much a person who is open minded. Myself, not so much. But she was scrolling on YouTube and she stumbled upon an interview. My coaches were being interviewed by someone and they were talking about this wonderful business. They were talking about the fact that they were doing it on the side and they are very much into their careers. I think my coach, one is an engineer and one is a professor. But yesterday had a business, an online business on the side. So when my mom saw that, and they're both living in Canada. So when she saw that opportunity, she came to me. And of course, I was completely skeptical, right? Persons who are well driven in their wonderful careers and doing something online. I couldn't make the connection, and I was very much in school, almost ready to graduate. I had my plan. I was very much into the academia, and my mom wanted to seemingly divert my plan. So she said to me, no, just give it a try, keep an open mind, because you just never know. And I said, okay. So I was very much skeptical, but at the same time, I saw the bigger picture. I understood that you have to try things and you just never know. And I really wanted to stop working in the healthcare industry because it was taking a toll on me. So I did decide to give it a try, but I was very, very skeptical, especially my people in the Caribbean. Everyone, actually, we are all very skeptical, right? Anything to do with online. So, but here I am.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And thanks to this business, I know that your life have been transformed so much.
Yes.
All right. Here you go, sit Karen.
Yeah, I totally resonate with you because when I came across this business, I was the same. Like, I'm like, make money online because we were raised to go to school, study hard, get a good job, then you're set. But just to sit online and do nothing and make money, that seems like a scam. So I was
Yes.
skeptical myself. But again, the same thought as you, where I go, we need to just check it out. It doesn't mean we have to do it. Like, just get your information, do your due diligence, because not everything is a scam. Right.
Yes.
So it might be the right opportunity. So here we are 7 years later for us. So Jodi, you say you were skeptical about it, but then
Yeah.
what was it that allowed you to overcome your skepticism and actually checked out the business? Because you said, you didn't believe in it, you were skeptical. So what shifted that made that transition and you check it out? Yeah.
Well, honestly, I was at work late one night and I was also completing some my college assignments. And out of nowhere, a thought came into my mind to check out the online business. I kid you not. Because when my mom told me about it, I put it off to the side. And a couple days ago, the thought came into my mind. And I said, you know what? Let me just check this out so I can go and tell my mom that I checked it out and it's a scam. Let me let me just do this and prove her wrong, right? So I did that. I watched the webinar where we have our business partners talking about how well the business is going for them and their journey. And I was hooked because I was able to relate to someone in the business. She was from the Philippines, but she was living in Canada, and she was talking about her dad. I have my dad who lives back in Jamaica, and she was explaining how she was able to send money to her family back home in the Philippines. And I said to myself, I have my dad who sometimes I'm not able to send money to. So instantaneously, I made a heartfelt connection with someone in the business.
Yeah.
And that was what allowed me to take another step and to find out how I can actually get into this business, because I was just in tears a little bit to know that someone connected with me who is doing this. And she was also very skeptical. She had a skeptical husband. And, men are not so forthcoming. So I could tell that it was real and it wasn't really a scam. So that was what convinced me to really dive into this business.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And remember talking about skeptical spouse. When I founded business as well, I saw my husband. I told him and say, "Hey, this is it, right? This is the one that we're looking for. So let's do this." And then what you're telling me?
I just wanted her to slow down, slow down. Let's take our time with this. I mean, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know, but I just didn't want to jump into something. We were scammed in the past,
Yeah.
right? And so I just said, look, let's slow down and take a real hard look at this thing.
Yeah, and guys, this business, this is tax registered business, right? We are in United States. You got the 1099 at the end of the year, and Karen from Canada, you get the T4A at the end of the year. So 100% legit business, and when we find out legitimate the business, we jump right in. And because this you franchise an online business without a franchise fee, and we have our business up and running within 5 days. And I started business just like you, Jody. I work two full-time nursing job. I work in at the registered nurse. I have no time and no online experience. But the first 4 months, we earn over 3,000 per month on the side at the side hustle. And by the fifth month of the business, what happened?
Yeah, about 15K that month. That was a kind of a breakout month. We had some really nice things going through what we were doing and the action we were taking, and had a $15,000 month.
Yeah, so I retired from my nursing career at age of 45. We travel 12 countries. We support family and send money back home, Vietnam, to support my sibling as well. So Jody, I know that you also take the this business from working full time at caregiver while going to school full time. You run the business on the side, a side hustle, and within 2 years, you also become boss free. So share with us how this business have been transformed your life. What result you get from the business?
Oh, the results are amazing. I'm telling you, I never thought that I would be sitting here, earning from home, an immigrant from, the island of Jamaica in the United States, saying that I don't have to no longer work a 9 to 5. I don't have to grind anymore. This is not something that a lot of people can say, but I am so privileged to know that I'm in this position and I'm able to share my story. When I started this business, I got results within my first 3 to 4 months, and it wasn't thousands of dollars, but businesses take time to grow. When I got my first 500 here, my first 1,000 there, my business really took off within 6 months to a year, where I started to earn 5 figures. And that was when I realized that, okay, this is really a gold mine. This business, it is really a gold mine. And even when I started the business, it's flexible. So I was working full time and I was going to school full time. So I was able to do the business on my own time. And that's the beauty of it. So anyone who's watching, if you work full time, you have kids, you go to school, you are able to do this business at your pace and you are building as you go along. So within a year or two, you too can retire and stay at home and be comfortable and travel. Last year, I traveled so much. I felt like I was living out of my suitcase. And I had to say, okay, slow down. But when you are living the life of financial freedom and time freedom, you're just able to do whatever you choose. It's not that I am limited to 2 weeks time off like most of us are when we're working a 9 to 5. So I was traveling like crazy. I had a crazy tan. My mother said, "What is going on with you? Slow down." But this business has afforded me my own apartment. Since I've been in the United States from 2010, I was never able to have my own home. I was always living with someone, or I lived where I work. And now this business has afforded me my own home. That is a blessing, I am telling you. And I have continued to expand so much. I take joy in helping other people to run their very own online businesses and to allow them to experience their own financial freedom. And that is what this business is all about. We're a family, we're a community, helping each other to see the potential that they can achieve, right? If they just see the bigger picture and believe and want to aspire to do great things, this business is for you.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, big congrats. Like I can totally see that freedom that you have. And the same thing with, I guess BB can relate to, since we started this business, when we're able to walk away from our traditional job, we're able to,
Yes.
the freedom, that flexibility, travel more, that it can get overwhelming.
The
um,
freedom, yes.
Yes, it is. Yes. And, by all means, I just want to say one thing to our viewers that are watching. This is definitely not a get rich quick overnight. Most of us here been dedicated. Like Jodi said, it took her 6 to 12 months for her business to take off. And then
Yes.
PB within 5 months was able to walk away from her job. I actually started earning a consistent income after 8 months in the business, but I still ran my dental lab alongside because I still didn't feel secured yet, because being a
Yes.
business owner. So then, but then after 4.5 years, when this business income surpassed, actually triple what we were earning from our dental lab, that gave me the confidence to walk away or to shut down my dental lab. And amazingly, the next month after I shut it down, so I shut down my lab in March of 2023. And the following month, it was my first 6-figure month, which, like, in my wildest dream, I can never imagine, because earning 6-figure in 1 month, that is someone's a year salary. Because
Yes.
I have siblings, I have friends that are still doing, the traditional 9 to 5, and their income is not even 6-figure, but yet I was still doing it in 1 month. This was just, never imagined possible. But that's the beauty of working online when you are partnered with a global company, because we are not limited to just our city, our country. We have business partners from all around the world.
Yes.
And running online, that means you're running 24/7. So you don't have to physically be on your laptop or have your phone with you. Business is always running in the background thanks to system and automation. And that's how we're able to have this life of, flexibility and freedom. It's not to say that we no longer work. We were just able to retire from our traditional 9 to 5 job or traditional offline businesses, right? We still work, we do online, but well, one line that Simon Sinek always said is that, when you do something that you're not, that doesn't give you joy, it's called stress. But when you do something that you're, happy about, it's called passion. So I know for many of us, it never feel like work in a day when we do this business. Each morning, we wake up with so much excitement to see what's happening in our business. And that's been such a blessing to have something that brings so much joy, but also bring in an income at the same time. So I just want to share that with you guys. So Jodi, going back, like listening to your journey, I'm just curious now, if you were to look back a few years ago, or back then when you came to the United States, to your younger self, what advice would you give your younger self? It's also in a way of speaking to the audience that are watching us today. Like, what kind of advice would you leave for them? What would have done differently a few years back?
Well, honestly, don't bank on one source of income,
Yep.
and don't bank on a 9 to 5, right? We are so caught up with the tradition of working. We grew up seeing our parents and our foreparents working. Believe that you can do something different, right? A lot of us would understand that a 9 to 5 is no longer cutting it. I mean, we're all experiencing it, and we know that when it's owning your own business, having a business is where it's at. There's so many benefits to owning your own business. So go with that belief system, right? Go with your gut. My gut from day one told me that you are going to be your own boss. You're going to be your own CEO. And a lot of people are working a 9 to 5, and they do believe this. They want this for themselves, but they're very afraid. Go against your fear, right? Your fear is only letting you know what you should be doing. It's not telling you what you should not be doing. Look at the opposite, right? So if I was talking to my younger self, I would say, Jodi, go for what it is that you want. Go for what it is that it is laying on your heart. And that's what I did. And because it felt like that was what I was meant to do. And I ran with it. There's a lot of times where I was still skeptical even after doing this business. I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Right? I had some imposter syndrome going on. I wasn't sure because I am so used to being told to go get a job, work the 9 to 5. And I am not happy. Like Karen said, when you are not happy with what you're doing, it's a signal that you're not meant to be doing it. Right? So I went against that, and I did what was laid upon my heart. And I am still doing it today after 3.5 years. And a lot of us are stuck in that day to day, not being happy, stressed, and struggling, right? So I would tell persons and tell my younger self, my future self, if I was looking back, go with your gut, with what is laid upon your heart, because nothing beats being happy. Nothing beats being happy. And I am so happy where I am today. Nothing is smooth sailing, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because I am now seeing the results. I had nothing to show for when I was working a 9 to 5. Nothing good, at least. But I have so much to show for this business now. So much. And it's mine. It's mine, not anybody else's. Your job is not yours. What a business is yours. So,
Wow. Well, clearly you are happy doing what you're doing.
very,
Yes. We love it. We've been in this business for about 2.5 years now, and
yes.
everything's changed for us as well. We're happy. We're
Mhm.
together. We're not struggling and stressed out like we once were.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
and that's the difference when you own something and you're in control of your time, and
yes,
it allows you to put your family first. And being online is like an extra bonus to that, because now you get the location freedom. Like people said, we traveled 12 countries in the last 2 years since she's walked away from nursing. And, it doesn't matter where you are, right? Nothing changes. You don't have to worry about, covering the office back at home. You don't have to worry about what's going on back at the office or anything like that. You don't have to worry about, you know, um, you're saving up for vacation time. Just get up and go,
just
Yes.
right?
get up
And your
and go.
business doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the background of wherever you're sitting at making the next video,
Yeah.
right? What beach you're
So
on, whatever
true.
it may be. Yeah,
Love
that's it.
it.
And
Yes,
so,
and
if you love traveling like we do and like you do, then that's, oh man, working online and owning that and being able to put that first and put your family first is huge.
Yes, and told Karen she'll be able to pay over $50,000 first class for her whole family to fly on vacation. Would you like to do that for your family, right? So, guys, So we are here to sharing this business because this business can truly transform your life. And Warren Buffett, billionaire earner, he say if you don't find a way to earn income while you're asleep, you will work until you die. So don't do that, guy. Don't work until 70-year old, 80-year old, okay? Enjoy your life now. And right, it's good to have multiple stream of income, right? Because if you don't work with your 9 to 5, you don't have money to cover the bill. But run this business on the side. Now you can earn up to 5 stream of income, and you can replacing your 9 to 5 salary. So there you have it, guys. Congratulations, Jody. Thank you for being our guest
Thank
today.
you.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you
so
for
so much. So, guys, if you are immigrant like all of us, right? Jody from Jamaica, Karen and I, we from Vietnam. This guy born here doesn't count, okay? Or if you are a career parent and you're missing out your children milestone, you want to have more income, cut back on your work hour and spend more time with your kid, this business is for you. And if you are busy career professional, you have good job, you make good income, but you only live on the weekend, then this business can help you to have more time with family. So the next step, comment ready, right? Comment ready below or private message Jody, me, Karen. We love to share it with you. What the free workshop? The same one we watched, and now all of us here, 4 of us here, we're on board free in
Yeah.
our beautiful young age. We earn more, we travel more, and we create the legacy for our family. So take action, message us, and we see you next week. Thank
See
you
you
so
on
much,
the
everyone.
inside.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. Thank you,
Bye.
Jody.
Bye for now.